Hi, I am Anupam. Let's understand business. In the present session, I shall be throwing light on some of the theories of entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship? Well, let's first understand what do we mean by entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is defined as the act of being an entrepreneur. That is, an entrepreneur is one who undertakes innovations, finance, and business acumen in an effort to transform innovations into economic goods. Well, when we come to the theories of entrepreneurship, here we shall be discussing about the economic theory, the sociological theory, the entrepreneurship innovation theory, the psychological theory, and the theory of achievement motivation or achievement theory, where we shall be discussing about the Kakinada Experiment. Economic theory of entrepreneurship proposes that entrepreneurship and economic growth takes place when economic conditions are favorable. That is, economic incentives are the main motivators. Economic incentives? Well, they include the taxation policy, industrial policy, sources of finance and raw material, infrastructure availability, investment and marketing opportunities, and access to information like the market conditions, the technology, etc. The economic theory was established by Richard Cantillon, who viewed entrepreneurs as an agent who buys factors of production at certain price in order to combine them into a product with a view to selling it at an uncertain price in future. That is, he illustrated farmer as an entrepreneur who pays out contractual incomes to landlords and laborers which are certain, while he sells his crop at a price which is uncertain. Thus, he views entrepreneur as a risk taker. The sociological theory of entrepreneurship proposes that entrepreneurship is likely to get a boost in a particular social culture. The entrepreneur behavior of individuals in a society is influenced by the society's values, the religious beliefs, the customs, the taboos, etc. The entrepreneur merely performs a role as per the expectations of the society. As per Jean Baptiste Say, entrepreneur is one who combines the land of one, the labor of another, and the capital of yet another to produce a product. By selling the product in the market, he pays interest on the capital, rent on the land, and wages to the laborers, and what remains is his profit. This was for the first time that a distinction was made between capitalist as the financier and entrepreneur as an organizer. Thus, this theory sees entrepreneur as an organizer. The entrepreneurship innovation theory was propounded by Joseph Schumpeter. As per this theory, entrepreneurship is innovation. This theory ignores the earlier two abilities, which were till then considered key for an entrepreneur: the organizing abilities as per the sociological theory and the risk taking abilities as per the economic theory. According to Joseph Schumpeter, an entrepreneur is a person who is willing and able to convert a new idea or invention into a successful innovation. Entrepreneurship resulted in new industries, even though it entailed combining the existing inputs in a new way. Schumpeter's example of innovation was the combination of a steam engine with a wagon cart to produce the horseless carriage. In this case, the innovation, the car, was transformational, but it did not require the development of a new technology. Merely the application of existing technologies in a novel manner was sufficient. Before we move on, let's understand innovation with respect to entrepreneurship. An entrepreneur innovates when he introduces a new product. For example, Virgin Galactic is a company which has sold out tickets to the public for a future space odyssey. Secondly, an entrepreneur innovates when he introduces a new production method. For example, McDonald was the first company to start line production system in food. Thirdly, an entrepreneur innovates when he opens up a new market. For example, the Blue Ocean strategy professes that organizations should seek out markets which are less competitive. Next, an entrepreneur innovates when he finds out a new source of raw material supply. For example, moving from traditional to non conventional energy resources. And lastly, an entrepreneur innovates when he introduces a new organization in the industry. The psychological theory suggests that entrepreneurship gets a boost when society has sufficient supply of individuals with necessary psychological characteristics. These psychological characteristics include need for achievement, a vision or foresight, ability to face opposition, etc. These characteristics are formed during the individual's upbringing. For example, an individual who would have faced trying times during the childhood is more likely to develop an entrepreneurial trait. Secondly, by high standards of excellence through self reliance and low father dominance. When an individual is not habituated of being guided by his elders' decision, he is more likely to garner the entrepreneurial trait. Lastly, we come to the theory of achievement motivation. David McClelland, in his famous theory of motivation, identified the three basic characteristics among people: need for achievement, need for affiliation, and need for power. As the basis of entrepreneurial personality, he emphasized the importance of achievement motivation, through which entrepreneur fulfills economic and social development. The need for achievement was found highest among entrepreneurs through an experiment. The Kakinada Experiment, as it is known in India, was conducted by David McClelland in New York City, America, Mexico City, Mexico, and Kakinada in India simultaneously. In the experiment, young adults were selected and put through a 3 months training to induce achievement motivation. In the course content, trainees were asked to control their thinking and talk about themselves positively. Trainees imagined themselves in need of challenges and success, for which they were made to set planned achievable goals. They tried to imitate their role models. The achievement motivation had a positive impact on the performance of the participants. After the completion of the experiment, it was deduced that traditional beliefs do not inhibit an entrepreneur. On the basis of the experiment, McClelland identified two characteristics of entrepreneurship: doing things in a new and better way, and decision making under uncertainty. He stressed that people with high achievement orientation or need to succeed are more likely to become entrepreneurs. People are not influenced by money or external incentives. Also, profits are only a measure of success and competency and not a motivator for entrepreneurship. Now, let us sum up the various theories of entrepreneurship as we just discussed. The economic theory. As per this theory, entrepreneur is seen as a risk taker. In the sociological theory, an entrepreneur is an organizer. The entrepreneurship innovation theory sees an entrepreneur as an innovator, followed by the psychological theory, which says entrepreneurs are formed during their upbringing. And finally, we had the achievement motivation theory, which said that entrepreneurship can be developed and traditional beliefs do not inhibit entrepreneurs. For more on this topic, you may go through any of these books to which I have also referred. For further details and comments, please contact me. My email ID is anupamkr@gmail.com. That is anupamkr@gmail.com. Thank you.